It's the commissioner here, back and better than ever. First video that I didn't have my blue light glasses on, but there's a new found me moving forward for LVL. And first, hats off to all the gentlemen who participated last night in the Season 2 playoffs. There was some slobber knockers last night, to use Benicide words best. Is there was some ball games played last night. A great representation of the semifinals, finals, and consolation game. So, without further ado, I was going to give you guys a little lore here. I know you've been anticipating one of these videos. You missed the old chap, do you? You miss me, do you? I've heard as much out there, so thanks for being patient with me. Got some personal things happening, but life will continue to roll on, and things will work out as they may through Jesus Christ. So hats off to Jesus first, because without him, none of this would be possible. So first game last night that I wanted to give a shout out to was my favorite of the night. The two expansion franchise teams, the Desperados versus the Lumberton Outlaws. Heavy hitter game of the night. I joke you not that there must have been 25 lead changes. And mid-game, I'm thinking, man, we better start charging admission if these games are going to be this good. Of course, I won't do that because I want as many people to come out and support us. But it was a thought. So first off, I'll just mention to you that Desperados gave it their best effort. They played the best, less the ankle breakers as a team. I know a lot of these guys personally, and they practice outside of the league. They have camaraderie like we hoped would happen between these teams. Phenomenal guys, real character guys, and Morgan Summers, the captain, who came back from the Bricklayers captainship last year, and he gave it his all. The text group was cooking for these guys, I already know. So they did their best this year. They came up a little short against the just ridiculous Outlaws team, and they lost this one 73-65. Shout out to Walker Britton, Mr. Walk 'em Down, 26.7 3-pointers made. We also had Jaden Gravis off of his recent one-game suspension. The young man's phenomenal and has a bright future in LVL. He went for 12 and 10 boards and does it all for his team. Excited to see what he'll do next season. Seth Jones, the mystery baller from week 1, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and he cemented his legacy more on the defensive side all year long. Guards the best player, was a first-team all-defensive guy for LVL this year. And then, of course, Neil. Whoa. I'm making a video here. I can't answer that. And then Neil Vitalicio, the Philippine sensation, OG of the vets, if you will. 11 points, 3 boards, timely, huge shots for his team. Love to see him hooping. Give him a shout out for his 360 layup early in the season as well. Then we got the Outlaws, the good old Outlaws. Now, they were missing their defensive MVP stud, Trey Jones, last night, and somehow they still came through with the victory. Led by Brandon Andrews, the captain, number 1 overall. He's a walking triple-double. He's the nightmare. Player of the week a few weeks back. 9 points, 8 boards, 10 assists, 3 steals. Controlled the game. Jumps like 3 feet in the air when he shoots his 3-pointers. Just an amazing asset to the league. Hats off to him all year long, and that's why they call him the most valuable player this year. He will be getting his MVP ring come Thursday in the championship game that he will be part of. Brady Byers sighting. He missed quite a bit of games this year, but love to see him out there making his shots, hit 9 points. Jason Williamson, an unsung hero for the squad. 6.7 boards, 4 assists. does it all. Unselfish player. Can't speak highly enough of the Williamson bros and the Williamson fam out of Vida. They're absolute hoops legends from that area. And he showed nothing less in the semis game. Getting after it and playing really tough defense on the other team's player pretty much the whole game. And then the surprise of the night, it's probably no surprise for anybody that's watched the kid play, but Timothy Holt, the Bolt, dropping 39 points last night on one of the most incredible shooting extravaganzas that I've ever seen in LvL. The dude was unconscious, kept making them, and he shot like 80-90% from free throw too. So it helps. That young man has been around the game his entire life. I know he's got his own gym, and he's been putting in the work, guys. Tim Holt, arguably the player of the game or player of the week there for playoffs. We haven't really gave player of the week for playoff games, but that was an incredible effort by him, and it helped them get the victory, like I said, 73-65. So the next game was not as impressive, but it was a banger. We had the returning champions from season 1, Dukes of Lumberton, battling out with the second place team, the Ankle Breakers. That team was, that was the rematch from season 1 championship. So it was very highly anticipated, but unfortunately, the number 1 overall pick for the Dukes of Lumberton, Koontz legend Keita Hancock. Shout out to him, old AAU squad mate. He had to bring his services and keep them for his high school team that he coaches for Hardin Jefferson. He was out in Baytown yesterday. Shout out to him, state champion in the past for himself playing, and he's brought multiple schools, districts to the promised land in Texas for state championship. High character guy, but I mean, he almost a 25-point-a-night guy. So they were going into the game. The Dukes were going into the game a little underhanded there, with that being known. So some other guys stepped up. Derek Edwards, solid as a rock. The principal, 13-13. Spencer Shaw, our point per game leader for season 2 and the scoring title, dumper of the year. Spencer Shaw, the Reverend, went with 22-8. Relentless on offense. I mean, if you give Spence an inch, he will shoot a 35-foot jumper in your face. And then Bradley Turner, another surprising great game for him. He's really turned it on at the end of the season, 15-4 with 5 3-pointers made. It was nice to see Renwick back in the flow of things. For the Ankle Breakers, first team all-defenseman Jeff Herreros went for 10, 4, and 6 assists, leading his team, guarding the best player. He's a dog on defense, and he showed it as well on the offensive side, plays a smart game. What about Romano with the 18-5, the flopping hair, the moving around, just does it all for his team, plays like he's 6'10", freakish athlete for his age, and he still continues to do what he does, 18-5. Randy Verdin, Mr. Clean Verdine, as they once called him, 6 points, 10 boards. Mr. 2 times, looking to go to be Mr. 3 times. So he does everything for his team, captain of the squad, keeps all the guys' heads in the game. Just a guy that you don't want to match up against. Can't wait to see what he does this upcoming championship game. Old AAU teammate Justin Brooks, father Ira Brooks, had his name and number retired there for Silsbee ISD. Long pedigree of incredible basketball players for the Brooks family. Last week, Justin shooting lights out, 12-5, 4 3-pointers made. I think one of them he hit from the parking lot. And then David Collerman, potentially the field goal percentage leader in LvL this season, went for 6 and 8 boards and did what he does all year long, which is be consistent, make smart plays, and just battle it out and give his efforts. And I can't forget about my boy Versace over there. 10 points, took a spill of thrill right in the middle of the court, got back up cheesing, smiling. A winner of sorts, man. And his record for amateur basketball league is in the 90 percentile. One of my favorite dudes out there, only player with a 3-number jersey, 911. Somebody better call Versace 911 when the ankle breakers step on the court, because they are going to the championship. It will be them versus the Outlaws in the championship. And then the final game, you know, it was tough because these guys showed up. They knew they couldn't make it to the championship, so it was kind of a fun game. It was more like a scrimmage or pickup game, if you want to call it that. So it wasn't as aggressive, I'd say. It was more free-flowing on offense. And we had some studs in this one. Uncle Dumpy Marshall Bell, the captain of the Rockets, he went for 16 and 7. That was nice to see him light it up. Joel Timeless Boykin, 20 points and 6 boards, 3 assists. You guys come give me a shout out when you drop over 20 points in an amateur basketball league when you're over 50 years old. You remember me saying that. I want to see you guys do that. Joel is timeless. He's an incredible baller. And we just love his enthusiasm and appreciate him more than we can even describe, with him just being a man in Christ and practicing what he preaches out there and playing as hard as he can. I would have hated to line up that guy when he was mid-20s or 30s. I bet you he was a monster. But he's still pretty good now. Thad Redu, last week's Thrasher Thad, went for 3 points, 14 boards, and 5 assists. And Jonathan Gravis with a breakout game. Would love to see Jonathan really take the reins next year and play as aggressive as he did last night. Monster game. 38 points, 17 boards, and 6 assists. Whew. Phenomenal. And then one of the league favorite jerseys, the Lumberton Grizzlies also had some pretty stellar output. Stellar, as in Stellar Weller. He was out there giving it his all. 7 boards, 3 assists. The ingredient was cooking. Devin, the Spider Christofferson, went for 26 and 6. And Birdman Yelverton dropped 8 boards and 2 steals. And, of course, the captain, Mr. Scoring title from last year, was probably like a point per game off from being got edged by Spencer Shaw to be the scoring title dumper of the year this year. He went for a playoff record, 49 points and 15 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals and a block. Watley almost got a 50 burger, which would have been the first in LvL history. 50 points. He was 1 point shy, but set the LvL playoff record for 49 points, y'all. Hats off to the Piranha. It would have been easy for these guys to just not even show up and lay on the couch and you know, not show up to their last game because it was no chance for them to go to the championship. But they went out in incredible fashion, and we had the Grizzlies victorious. So that's the lore, guys. Next week, like I had mentioned, we've got the Thursday. Tomorrow, we're turning right back around. We've got the championship game. That's going to be the Outlaws and the Grizzlies. We're also going to give out the awards, etc., for our all LvL teams, our all defensive LvL teams, as well as the MVP and defensive MVP, which I had mentioned earlier. Trey Jones, the Outlaws swept that award and got Trey Jones as a defensive MVP, and Brandon Andrews picked number 1 overall for a reason. He was the MVP. So we'll see if they can finish the trip We'll see what Tim Holt does, too, in the championship game. I mean, somebody better guard that guy. But on the other side, the Ankle Breakers are the best team in the league and have been for 2 years now as the most team-oriented, team ball basketball team that I've seen in probably my entire life. So these guys are not worried about individual awards, though some of them were recognized. It's more about the W for them. So you got that top-heavy team in the Outlaws, and then we've got a team-oriented team in the Ankle Breakers. It's going to be one for the ages, guys. I hope y'all come out. And then we're also going to have the relegation game that will be between the 409ers and the Wolfpack. And if you're not aware, whoever loses that game, their franchise will be retired. I will be burning their jersey like I did season 1 for Bricklayers. They will be removed from the league, and the personnel from that team will have to enter the draft and find a new team. So there's some stakes on the line for that game. I believe that one will kick off at 5:30, and then the championship game is at 6:30. And then shout out to Chris Arno, owner of Firehouse Subs in Lumberton and around Southeast Texas. I think the guy's got 7 of these locations. He has graciously donated food for us and for the LvL dinner afterwards. So we'll have you guys some Sammys. We'll have some salad. We're gonna have you some beverages. It's all gonna be healthy stuff. We're really pushing towards, health and wellness and awareness in LvL. And then don't look too far into the future, but about mid-March to end of March, we'll be starting the conversation of what we're going to do as far as if you're going to stay on your current team or you're going to go back into the free agency. So start thinking about that. Start buzzing on that chat with your teams. Make sure the conversations are had so that you can make the right decision, just like LeBron did when he went back to Cleveland or left Cleveland, went to Miami or whatever. It's going to be the same concept with you guys. You get a chance to tell us where you want to go. Do you want to stay with your existing franchise, or do you want to go and enter the free agency? So pretty cool stuff there. It's a little caveat we've made to make LvL a franchise mode for all of our personnel. You got to make the right decision, boys. If you don't, well, you could see yourself on a team that wins nothing or even gets relegated. So start thinking about that. We'll have a decision probably mid-March video. I want to shoot that and get that all lined up for you guys and make sure everybody's on the same page. But anyway, guys, sorry it's been a crazy run this season for us, and I apologize I haven't been able to do these lore videos as much as I've wanted to, but ain't nothing changed except for this. The commish doesn't wear the glasses right now because he's a newfound man through Jesus Christ, and I hope you guys appreciate that. And if y'all want to talk more about that, I'm always here for you guys. I thank y'all so much for an awesome season 2, and I'm excited of the championship game, the relegation game, and really hungry too. So I'm excited to get some food from Firehouse Subs. But y'all, give me a shout if you need anything. You want to talk about some things, I'm always here for you. As always, Commissioner. Oh.